Okay, today we'll see another new topic. So selenium we have covered in our last session. We have covered the selenium. Okay, today we'll see what is TestNG. So basically TestNG is an automation testing framework. Okay, it's a automation testing framework. Automation framework. Okay, which NG stands for next generation. Okay, and this tool is inspired by JUnit. So JUnit is also basically another test automation tool. Okay, there are two tools in Selenium we use, either TestNG or JUnit. Okay, so now let's focus on the TestNG only. So features of TestNG. What are the features? So which we can use in Selenium. So first one is WebDriver has no native mechanism for generating reports. Basically what I'm trying to say is Selenium, right? So basically in Selenium there is no direct inject for report. Okay, if you want to get any report, so in Selenium there is no inbuilt features available to generate any kind of report. So in this case what exactly it is doing, so TestNG can generate the report. Okay, based on your requirement, what format you want. Suppose I need HTML format, right, or some other format also you need. So TestNG can help you to generate the report. Okay, so basically the feature of TestNG is TestNG can generate a report. Okay, now second feature, multiple test cases can be grouped. Okay, so can be grouped. Basically we can grouping the test cases. If you have 10 set of test cases, you can group it. So grouping is available in TestNG. So the third is test case. So I'm writing TC. Test case can be executed multiple times without any loop. So based on your requirement, if you want to execute multiple times the same test case, you can do it using TestNG. Okay. Number 4 is using TestNG we can execute multiple test cases on multiple browser. Okay, so basically we can, using TestNG also we can do test execution on different browsers. Okay, number 5, TestNG framework can be easily integrated with tools like TestNG, Maven, Jenkins, etc. So it's very easy to implement. Okay, it's very easy to implement TestNG on our framework. So basically in our automation. Okay, so TestNG is a testing framework. Okay, so remember, it's not something tool or something, not like this. It's a testing framework. TestNG or JUnit, these are the testing framework. Okay, now the last feature. So annotations used in the testing. Okay, basically we have few annotations like @ before method, @ after method, after test. Okay, so basically these are the annotation used in the TestNG. Okay, to understand. So basically your TestNG will understand if you say before method, then what, we'll explain all of this later. So when you say before method, then what to do after method and after test. So these are the features. So we can have annotations in TestNG. Okay, before implement TestNG, right? Few points remember. First, G does not require any main method. Okay, it doesn't require any main method on your Java class. So you write any program, right? So far we saw whatever automation we have written the codes, we have a main method, right? But the moment we implement TestNG, so we do not need to write any main method because TestNG has internally implementation of main method. So that is the reason we do not put any main method once we implement TestNG. First thing, we should not do any main method on our program. Okay, second things, methods need not be static. So in TestNG, whatever the method we implement, it should not be static. First thing, okay, there should not be any static method. We'll see all of this, don't worry. Third point, we use test notation. Basically, it is used to uh, tell that the method, for example, it is basically what I'm trying to say is this test annotation, basically this test annotation is used to tell the method that this is a test case. Okay, it's a test case. That's how TestNG understand. Okay, if you write number of codes and all, and you have a test cases and all, so you have to mention it's a test case. So that's how it understand. Okay. Fourth one is need to import the package. Okay, so the package is org.testng dot annotation. Okay, so basically this is the package which we need to import whenever we use test annotation. So org.testng.annotation annotations. Okay. Number 5, we use the assert class. So in TestNG we have assert assert functions. Basically it's a assert class. So what it does, the assert class basically is used to do the verification or validation, okay, in TestNG. So that we'll see. Okay, so suppose in Selenium we saw expected actual, right?
Yeah.
So TestNG also we have assert class where we can use all the annotations, like basically assert class all the features so that we can verify. Okay, so there are soft assert, hard asserts that we'll see later. So these are the main points we should remember whenever we implement TestNG. Okay, and to use TestNG we need to import. So basically if you want to import the if you want to use the assert class all the methods and all, then we need to import the package called package is org.testng dot assert package. The package we need to use. Okay, so this is the what is TestNG, what are the features, means features or benefits of TestNG, and few points we should remember. Okay, now I'm going to my project. Let me do one thing, let me create another new project. Okay, so always we'll select the Maven because our project should build in Maven. Then you see here, click on next. So I'm giving test ng demo, test ng, yeah, demo. Okay, now this group ID, just for now I'm giving test ng, but ideally, okay, let's put some valid com dot test demo. This is my project group ID. Okay, let's finish. So I will open in new window. So we have created a separate package altogether to see the TestNG thing. So import. Okay, so this is our project. Okay, now under our pom.xml we need to add first few dependencies. So dependencies, wait for few seconds, it import properly. So we should add this dependencies tag. So whatever dependency we are going to use will place inside the dependencies tag. So we have few from here. Go to pom.xml. So here we have one is Selenium Java that we need. Yes, I'm taking from the here. Okay, this is our Selenium Java. Next, we have WebDriver Manager, that also I'm taking. Okay, now there are two packages, two dependencies we have added, and you can see it's importing here. If I expand, it will be there after some time. So let me refresh Maven, it will import automatically, and you will see here once it's added, you will see here. Now see this Maven, all this is coming. Okay, still running, let it be. So so far it's a WebDriver Manager and Selenium Java, but for TestNG we need TestNG dependency, right? So let's open Google. Okay, so here we'll write Maven repository. Okay, so any dependency you want, so you have to go to Maven repository. So you can see Maven repository, the first one only, just click. Now here you see the search bar, we have to just type TestNG. Okay, now this is the first one, TestNG org.testng. Just click on TestNG and you see here we have the dependencies. Okay, so whatever you see in red, right, these are some issues, so we are not going to take. So let's take more, like, don't all take the most recent one, always take the stable one. Okay, so now you see there are 15 users and 67, right, and this is 7.70. So let's take the below one. Just right click on this. Now you see copy to clipboard. So it's copied now. Let's go to our project and here just paste it. The moment you paste, it will going to import all the jar files, all of this going to be imported to our project. Okay, now once you add this repository, this dependency, so this is the TestNG. So the group ID is org.testng. So we have also mentioned somewhere org.testng. Okay, so this is the package name. Okay, now our package, this dependency is added. Now let's go to test Java and we'll create a simple class. So I'm giving test ng sample. Okay, so this is our test ng class. So few points, remember, we do not need any main method, right? So we are not going to create any main method. Okay, now for example, I will create a few classes and a few method. Okay, first I am writing one method, public void verify page title. For example, this is one method. Whenever I launch any web page, I should verify the page title. Okay. Now this is my method, right? Within the method, I will do some steps. Suppose launch Chrome browser, for example. So what I have to write? Web driver manager, right? Because we are not going to hard code anything. Web driver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. So in previous session we saw this thing. Okay, what is the use of web driver manager? So you can just see that. Okay, now web driver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. So automatically the Chrome browser will launch. Okay, the moment I have written this line of code. Okay, now I have to create an object for web driver, Chrome driver. So web driver, now driver equal to new Chrome driver, my Chrome driver. Okay, now I have to import web driver. Let's import it. Okay, suppose open URL, any URL I want to open. Okay, so what I'm going to do, driver dot get. Here I will pass my URL. Let's say I will open Google, http dot google.com. Is it http secure or not? Just let me check. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so open the URL is done. Now the purpose of this method is what? Verify page title, right? So here I will verify. So let's do string expected title equal to, so this is my expected, right? Google. The title page should be Google. So for example, if I open this, so if I go here and sorry, one second, view page source, and if I search title, right? So my title is Google, right? So that's how we have to validate here. Okay, so this is my expected. Now another I need actual also, right, to do the comparison. So again string actual title equal to, here I will mention driver dot get title. So whatever actual is coming, right, it will give me the output. Okay, get, so this is my expected and this is my actual. So actual, in actual we will use the method called driver dot get title, and Google, obviously the get title also is Google, the outcome, right? So this how we have to do the validation for verify page title. Okay, now we mentioned that we use a assertion, right, for comparison, like expected versus actual. So how to do that? Here we will mention assert dot assert equals. assert equals. Now first we have to import the package. Let's import, and the moment I import this package, you see it's coming testng.assert. The same thing I have written here. Somewhere I have written, yeah. So this is our package. Okay, fine. So now here we have to pass two parameters. Okay, so the first one is actual versus the second one would be expected. So the actual is, okay, this is my actual, and what is my expected? This is my expected. Okay, you can do vice versa also, there is no harm. Expected first, then actual, that also it's fine, but you have to pass both the parameters. Okay, so we have stored to these variables, and this variable we have to just pass here. Okay, now how to run it?
Test.
So we cannot run directly from this class. Okay, so to run this thing we need another important thing. Okay, that is, let me come. Okay, so basically this class is fine, but we cannot run it because directly without main method we cannot run it. So how to run that? So we need testng.xml, okay, to run any test cases. Okay, now how to do that? That will come, we'll see. Okay, how to write testng.xml file. Okay, so this is our project, this is our pom.xml, and we'll create one xml. Okay, just 1 minute guys.
ಮತ್ತೆ ರಘು ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರೋ, ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನೋ ಅವ್ರ ಮಗಾಗೆ ಕೈ ಎಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ ಹತ್ತಿದೆ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ.
ಲೈಕ್ ಏನೋ ಹುಷಾರಿಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ತರ್ ಮಗನಿಗೆ.
ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಮೋ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಾಕೋದೆ pom.xml? ಮಕನ್, why have you added pom test demo in pom.xml?
ಹೊಸ
Hello.
ಇದು.
Huh?
Yeah,
TestNG.
are you saying something?
Framework.
Yeah, I was asking why did you add test demo in pom.xml instead of testng? Yes, test
Where
demo, test
test demo?
ऊपर
Group ID.
dependency.
Dependency.
Yeah.
You get group ID,
This is
right?
just a project name I put.
Okay.
It's just a
Oh,
project name.
okay. You created a new project. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now one more thing we mentioned that any test case we write, we have to mention the test annotation, right? We use test annotation to tell that this method is a test case. Okay, so the moment I come here, okay, we have to mention that. Where we'll mention?
When we are using TestNG
Okay.
at before, correct?
So yeah, so the before the method, right? This is the my void, public void verify page title for. So and also one more thing we say, mention that, so should not be any static, so our method should not be static, it should be non-static. Here we'll mention this annotation test, and you see the first one is coming org.testng annotation, so this is the right one. Okay, so this is our test. So basically it will understand now this is our test. Now you see I am able to see, Okay, there are two way. So either from here also you can do it, or using XML file also we can do it. Okay, testng.xml, that we'll see later. But the moment I mention this test, right, and right click on this, I'm able to see run option. You got it, right?
Yeah.
The moment I remove this, and if I see, there is no option. But mm, if I just mention test, so it will understand, yes, this is my test case. So let's just run it, and it will, we use assert. Assert is to verify uh, your, it's a basically it's a kind of validation. It will verify with your expected and versus actual one. Okay, one second. Java release 5 not supported. Okay. WebDriver. Deal with one error. Let me see the error. What is the error? Java release version 5 not supported. Project structure. Just 1 minute. I'm seeing what is the issue. Open. Okay, let me do one thing.
Yeah, in main version it is 11.0.5, but this is 11.0.6 in structure, what you mentioned.
Yeah, okay, do one thing. I just take this to my existing. See. And here I will put the class this is my class. Let's copy this class and put it here. Okay, still import is happening, so let's wait. Okay. Add JUnit to class. Add Maven dependency. Okay, 1 second. Let me import. So it should, why it is not coming? Assert. Just 1 minute. Maven project is done. Rebuild. TestNG simple. Standardization. Class. Class test. 1 second. Import. Package itself is not coming. 1 minute. This is the issue sometime. If you import the package also, you don't see. This is, it should be okay. TestNG, you can see the package name, right? This is the package jar file, TestNG. Let's wait for some time. It should, okay, the error occurs while compiling. Okay, will compile with one error. Okay, so whenever you see some problem, okay, and not able to debug the issue, just Google it. How to result cannot find it, cannot find it. Is it the correct one? Let's see. Let me just, okay. So this is the stack overflow. Here we can see what's the issue. This is the JUnit one. JUnit. But we need, so this Java line number 20, 20, 20, 20, 20 and 9. Where is 9? Okay, this particular variable assert Java cannot find symbol. Okay, test. I'm not even getting here the annotations. That's again a problem. Let me switch to this one now. It is the error. Yes, try. Okay, Java error, release version 5 not supported. Let's copy this line and just search it. Okay, so we got this. There may be some solution. Runtime Java terminal. Okay, so basically we have to go here. You see Java build execution deployment setting, build execution deployment. We came here last time. Then go to the Java compiler. So under the compile, we have to go to Java compiler. Okay, what I try target. Okay, any answer? Okay, we have to add first of all set level release version input. So we have to add this line of code first. Okay, so let's go here, and before the dependencies we have to add here. Okay, this line of code 1.8 maven compiler, so it will add. Okay, once we are done, now maven set the default to 1.5, and we need to say this. Okay, so basically we need to add this one, and this is also one dependency, so we are going to add. So this is maven compiler. Okay, now this is also we are done. Next, what? Now go to file, project structure, go to file, project structure, then project SDK 11, then project SDK, this is 11 only, and label should be 11. Okay, it was earlier 11 only, I guess. Then source module, source, then module, then source 11. Here also you have to put 11. Now in project build execute deployment compile. Okay, so we have to again go to this. We'll just apply and come here, settings, go to build execute deployment, Java compiler. Now this is Java compiler, project bytecode version 11. So Java compiler, this 11. Now apply. Okay, in project again module 1.11, Java compiler, module, Java compiler, then module. Okay, let's see this one at least. Okay, now this is done. Let's see now. Just 1 minute, I'm getting some alert. Okay. Okay, now it's running fine, I guess. So whenever you feel some get some error and you want to resolve and you have not sure, or it might take some little bit more time to explore, and then yes, you can just go to Stack Overflow and just put your whatever the problem you have, just put, you will get a lot of solutions from there. Okay, now you see this is launching, right? So if I go here, let me close my Selenium project. Okay, so now this is the test. Now you see it's coming pass, right? Green, because the expectation is Google to get the title. Now we are getting it. Let me close this one also, right? So the moment I use some Google 123, obviously my expected title is wrong, right? So this time I should not see. So let me put driver dot close. Okay, so let me run again. So this time my expected is Google 123, but actual obviously is it be the Google, right? So it should fail my use case. It should not pass.
Hello, Makkan, I can't hear you. Hello.
Sorry guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I was on mute. So what I was trying to say, so the moment we write something Google 123, right, it is going to fail because expected and actual is not matching, right? So this is the use of assert class. Okay, so and we saw the use of test the moment we don't have a method, main method, right? These are the points which we already discussed, and based on this, the moment we write test, then it will go and execute. Okay, okay, now the next thing we'll see. So in TestNG, basically we have enable or disable test case function. Okay, so basically if you want to enable few test case and disable few, so how to do? So basically there are two ways. Okay, there are two ways to do enable and disable of your test case. So the number one point is the first way is you can do it, okay, at test annotation using this annotation. Okay, and there would be a parameter. Okay, basically it would be like, suppose I'm writing TestNG at test enable parameter. This is one way we'll see. Okay, and the another one is we can do using XML file, so in XML file, how it is like your method, suppose this is the tag, it will start your method, then you will have, you can write this line of code, exclude. Okay, exclude name equal to your method name, whatever method, test method, right? Basically test, when you say test case, then the annotation would be test. So method name, which method? So suppose here we have method name is what? Verify page title, right? So you will mention verify page title, the method name. Okay, then anchor tag close. Okay, so this is the way. And if you want to include, right, the same you want to include, then you will say include name equal to again method name. So we will write again this method name, this is the include. Okay, and once you are done, then you have to do, one second, then you have to close the tag as well. So you have to say include. We do not need to write this manually. Okay, the moment we use XML and all, we can convert it. So do not worry about how to write this syntax and all. Like this is how. Okay, the methods, whatever the methods, under the method we have to include this way, this name, for example include name, the method name, and then include test, include name again, you will write the method name for including. So this is the way we do you know enable and disable. So we'll do one quick practice. We'll see one class we'll create and see how it works. So I'm creating another class, and this time I will do, suppose, loan department. Loan department, for example, I'm putting. Okay, anyway we are not going to write a main method. Okay, now what I'm trying to do here, we'll create few methods. Okay, so first method is public void, so loan, right? So okay, so for example I'm saying public void mobile login personal loan, for example. This is what I'm, okay. So always remember the method name, right? Whatever method, it should always start with the lowercase. Okay, then this is the standard. There is no hard and fast rule you can do upper lower, but always use the later, the the first word is lower, then people will understand, okay, this is the method. Okay, and this is the class. If you write small also, that's fine, there is no issue. It will, you can able to run, compile, everything will work. But this is the best practice, like we should do like this, so people should understand. Okay, this is the like universal, like way to do. Okay, now this is my one method, so I'm just writing a simple print statement. Okay, web login, web login personal loan, for example I'm writing web login personal loan. Now I will create few more. Okay, I will just make change the name. Okay, now instead of the second one, instead of mobile, I will use, for example, API. Okay, API, API login. Okay, so for understanding I am just avoiding lower upper, I'm just writing API login. Okay, for your understanding. Okay, now here I am saying API. Okay, logging personal loan. Okay, now the third one I am putting, suppose instead of personal loan I am putting auto mobile loan. Okay, so my third one is automobile loan, so I am again doing Here making the changes, mobile logging automobile loan, right? This time this is my mobile logging automobile loan, API logging personal loan, right? And this is web logging personal loan. So there are how many methods? 3 methods, right? And we don't need any main method. Okay, now how to do it? So we said there is a way, the first way using test annotation, right? So here on the first method, if I say test, right? So test org testng dot annotation, this is my test. Okay, now here we have to mention enable, enable. Okay, you can see this is the enable. Okay, so by default it should be true. True means you want to execute, okay, the test case, but I am making false. Okay, so this basically what it is doing here, if false then no execution of this method. Okay, that means we are not we are excluding. So basically what we are doing here, we are excluding. You see this exclude, we are excluding, we don't want to execute this method at all, so we are excluding here. Okay, now second one we want to include, we want to execute, right? So I will mention test. The moment I will mention test, it's this test is pointed to this one. Okay, this test is not pointed to whole your method. Remember, whatever you put the annotation test, the immediate method will execute. Okay, not for other. Okay, now the second also I want to execute, right? So here also you will say test. So how many method this time should execute? Are you getting what I am explaining or not? Please let me know.
Sorry, I was on mute 2 times.
Yeah, bro, 2 times.
2 times, right? So this we have made it false. So basically it should not execute. So let's run it. So if run API logging, why it is coming run API logging? Okay. Okay. Now see run loan dep. Okay. So one more thing. Okay. If you select like this, okay, and you can also run one. Okay. This is also one way. Okay. If you suppose you have mentioned test, right? Suppose you just highlight this, so you can see here this run, right? This is basically it's pointed to the each. If you just select, you can run this mobile login. Okay, this is one advantage. If you clear select and you can run this. Now if I select this one, I will not, because this is false, right? Okay, so let's run how entire method together. So run loan dep. Loan dep is our class name. So I'm just running. So here see how many passed. API logging personal loan. This is my API logging personal loan, right? It got passed. And mobile logging automation automobile loan, it's getting passed, right? So there are basically two. One got failed because we use this enable, we made it false. And the moment I say true, for example, and if I run this time, now in this time we should have 3 method instead of 2. So when you do enable, so basically if you don't mention enable equal to true, obviously by default it would be normal test only, and it will consider normal test annotation. But the moment you use enable equal to false, then it will be exclude from your test case. Now this time see we are getting 3, right? API, mobile, all those things. Are you clear till now?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. Now if I want to do the XML, so in Eclipse I used to do, but here let's see, converting. There should be some way to convert. Okay, so basically just 1 minute. Okay, let me do one more thing. In project level, let me create one file XML. Okay, testng.xml. Okay, so we need few information. Okay, basically we need few information. Let me check it. Here I don't see any option to convert. How to convert TestNG as to TestNG method as methods to XML file in IntelliJ. Okay, right click on your project, click create TestNG XML, but I need from IntelliJ. TestNG.xml. Go to file setting. Okay, 1 minute, I have to do something. Go to file setting. That setting plugins. Where is plugin? This is the plugin. Verify the TestNG is enabled. TestNG. TestNG J. Okay, there is no TestNG J only. Create TestNG XML. I have to install. In Eclipse, actually, it was there, but here we have to get it. Okay. Now, if I want to convert it, what to do? There should be convert. Okay, let me restart this. Okay, let it not to restart. Let's see. And then I just need a sample, that should be enough. So this, if we do some, this thing will take a lot of time. Syntax. Syntax of XML file. What it is coming? 1 second, please. Next time I will use Eclipse. Okay, it's very easy for conversion. System is getting stuck now. 1 minute. just one. Okay, so let me see if I get some copy. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm just taking this. Okay. Now this is my complete testng.xml. Okay, this is the file. So basically what we have to do here is we have so this thing till this, right? Sweet name could be anything. Okay, and this test name, whatever the test we have, right, we can pass it. So let me just not to use this test so far. Instead of test we'll see method. Okay, now this is our suite complete. So anything we write, right, any class or any method or any test, anything will come under suite. That will I will explain later, but for now I will just see them this method. Okay, currently what we have a method only, right? These are the method, right? So we want to include this method. So here we'll say methods. Okay, this is our methods. Should not get element not allow here. Element method is not allow here. Why? One second. Test name. This should class name. Okay, for example, we have this class. Let me take this class name first. Okay, so this is my class name, and this is another class name. Test name. So there is no test name. Let me take here the class name, and this is for another class. So we have one class. Okay, so under class, let's see the method parameters. I don't know how to convert, otherwise I could have done it. Let me see if there should some way to convert. One second. Build run.
Are you using methods?
No, like in basically in ID, like any class, if you want to convert to XML, right, automatically you
Yeah,
can
the right
do.
click will convert it in Eclipse. In the TestNG XML, right? After that class, try to write methods. Yes, with end with S.
No, this is the method tag, right? But I'm
Yeah,
getting
use methods. Methods.
sorry, methods.
No?
Methods only, but okay, let's see. Exclude. Suppose exclude, we need this is one, and another include. So include the method name. For example, our method name is
API.
this is our method name, right? So method name, for example, include. So one second. This is one include. Another include is, for example, this one. Okay, so this is another one. Include is done, but here I should not see this error. That's the problem. 1 minute. Any option I'm getting? Empty take collapse. Empty take. Okay, this TestNG XML file I will try to see. Okay, any mechanism I have to do in uh, IntelliJ, so I will tell you that. Okay, in later class. Otherwise, we're just wasting time. For now I'm just deleting this. Okay, there I do not see any option actually in IntelliJ, so that's the problem. Okay, now so far we saw the first way. We saw how to exclude and exclude or include by using enable parameter, right? So basically this is the parameter. Okay, exclude, include, we can do it. Okay, now in TestNG annotation, so TestNG annotation. Okay, we have couple of TestNG annotations. For example, in TestNG, like tag, okay, we can use a lot of things. Okay, now we are clear the moment we say the use of this, right? That means it's considered our test case. Okay, so in TestNG annotation, we have a lot of annotations. The first one is,
Like, can we do this next class? I need to go down with
okay,
other
that's fine.
things.
That's fine. So for today, we have covered what we have covered. What is
What
TestNG,
test engine?
right? What are the features of TestNG, and what are the points we should remember when we implement the TestNG? And then uh, we saw the
Example
assert,
for test,
yeah,
test and assert.
yeah, and assert, use of assert class. Then we saw how to enable test case or disable test case, right? That we covered. So in our next session we'll see all the annotation. We'll see like before suite, before test, right? All these annotations we see with a real-time program. Okay, how to use that. So for today I'm done. Sorry, actually this Eclipse I was familiar with the TestNG,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Even I remember because only on right click we can convert directly
right,
to
right.
XML file. Yeah.
Right, but in test, I don't know in IntelliJ. I have to just explore a little bit time to see. Okay, so for today we are done. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Sorry.